Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload, and today we have a game between Kelazhur and ShoWTimE on Odyssey, the latter edition. In the bottom right-hand corner of the map, we have the blue Protoss player. It is ShoWTimE. And in the top left-hand corner of the map, we have the red Terran player. It is Kelazhur. All right, so Kelazhur versus ShoWTimE here for you today. Brazil versus Germany. Arma team. I almost said the wrong team for ShoWTimE. Arma team versus Team Root here as well. This is from their round of 16 series from WCS Montreal, held in Canada, about a week or so ago now. Did I turn the sound off? I did turn the sound off. Come back, sound. There you are. There's the delicious sound of stuff warping in onto Vespene geysers. So nice. All right, so it's a PvT. I haven't had one of these in a while. I apologize to those of you that are huge PvT fans. I need to do better, I think, at kind of scheduling when I post certain matchups, making sure I don't go too long without featuring something. It was easier to do when I was posting 2 times a day. I just had more slots available to do this, but now a little bit more difficult. Which, again, it's kind of my own doing. I'm not complaining about it. I'm just saying it's something I need to watch out for. This is kind of a reminder for myself as well. All right, so what do we got here? It's a gateway expand. There's the expand section of the thing for ShoWTimE. Going to go second assimilator, cyber core in some order here. There's the cyber core. And then second assimilator going to come out as soon as ShoWTimE has the wherewithal and the monetary stuff to do it. I had a better word for that. Monetary stuff just doesn't really fly. Doesn't really fly. So let's see what's going on in my life. Oh, I just watched Hot Fuzz for the first time. It's a 2007 Edgar Wright movie, and it was good. I mean, without spoiling too much, it was real good. It took place in, well, some of it's in London. A lot of it is just in a smaller village, way outside of London. But it's a cop movie, and it's got good action. It's really funny. It's got a good plot, too. Really enjoyed that. So if you're interested in a rated R comedy action thing by Edgar Wright, who is a very talented director, I do recommend Hot Fuzz. And without spoiling anything else, we're just going to move right on here. Is that a Reaper? That is a Reaper. By golly, what is this Reaper's name, everybody? Let's pull it up. The Reaper name list says this dude's name is gonna be Fiona. A 19-year-old girl who fell in love with a Terran Viking pilot and decided she wanted to see the galaxy. So she signed up for the Reaper program in order to save on airfare. What? I don't even know. All right, what up, Fiona? Fiona the Reaper running around trying to do stuff. Oh, the engineering bay block at ShoWTimE's natural base. That is beautiful. That is so annoying for Protoss players. They hate this. They really do, and for good reason. You basically can't mine on 4-ish. Well, I don't know. It just messes up your mining is what it does. Here come some probes. They're going to start mining or start attacking this thing. They're going to start mining, and look at that. They have to go all the way around the backside, because you can't access it from the front and then come all the way. Oh, that's so inefficient. Such inefficiencies. Meanwhile, an Adept wanders into the mineral line of Kelazhur's natural base, ends up getting a kill. Trying to weaken some stuff, but can't actually kill anything before she's forced to sonic transfer away from that place. Fiona at the front has a kill. What did you kill? Did you kill a probe? Good job, Fiona. Excellent job, Fiona. Going to try to maybe sneak around here while the Mothership Core is otherwise distracted. Taking some shots on the Mothership Core, though. Oh, Fiona. Oh, Fiona, not good. Did the Adept come back in? The Adept came back in. What is happening? And then Sonic transferring away too. Hellions joining the party for Kelazhur. Coming into just while everybody's engaged in the natural base, just walking directly in. Oh, it's an Oracle too. What? An Oracle's here to defend the Protoss honor and actually do really good against Hellions. Wow, those Hellions did not last very long. So this Oracle's name is Kelazhur. After accidentally opening a rift to an alternate reality while practicing Flame Strike, he is quickly captured by the Protoss, and they see his power and drain the magical energies from him, imbuing them within an Oracle's weapon systems. Kelazhur is forced to pilot this ship, and his addiction to magic, a condition which almost all Blood Elves experience, keeps him from simply leaving. This Oracle is now the only source of arcane magic in this whole universe, and he fights with the Protoss just to be close to it. Yeah, it's desperation, man. Those Blood Elves are addicted, and addictions make you do some crazy stuff. They can really do that. All right, so trying to sneak on in here. Kelazhur not getting hit by a Widow Mine. Remember when Widow Mines didn't have these little lines that showed you they were there and they're going to shoot you in the face and you couldn't avoid them? That was the greatest. That was the best for everybody involved. Third Nexus on the way from ShoWTimE. He is working on a forge in the Twilight Council back home. Terran player's got himself a barracks, a lot of bio here, factory with a reactor, getting some widow mines mixed in too. So we might be preparing for a bit of an adept Phoenix timing here. Although we are on 3 bases and the Phoenix production's on the way, but there's only 1 Stargate, so I'm not sure that's exactly what it is. Oh, be so careful. Be so careful with that widow mine. Kelazhur and friend. Oh, is there really nothing here? There's nothing in this mineral line to defend. Oh, just kidding. There's a widow mine. Wham! I didn't even see that. No wonder ShoWTimE didn't see it. No, no, no. No, no, no. No, no, no. No, not this way. Not... Oh. Oh, Kelazhur. That did not go well for you at all. Not even the tiniest bit. Resources lost here, 680 for Kelazhur compared to 700 even for ShoWTimE. So pretty even that way. Both players have lost quite a bit. 7 SCVs have been killed. 2 probes, but man, 2 oracles. Those are not cheap. Not cheap, and you have to remake them because you want Revelation. You didn't want to lose those then. A quadruple widow mine drop being set up by Kelazhur, swooping around down this bottom section of the map. And to go for the main is what it looks like. Phoenix here at the front door of Kelazhur. There is a Viking here. There are some Marines on the ground, and the Viking's going to get picked off, actually. 3 Phoenix versus a Viking. Pretty good. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Reaction time from ShoWTimE, not great there. Actually, letting the Marines walk right under the Phoenix to kill one of them. Boosting on in. Here comes our quadruple widow mine drop. 2 of them here inside the main base, and getting out of there okay. Yeah, I mean, 3 probes killed on that first one. The second widow mine almost burrows before it gets picked up by the Phoenix. Other one does manage to burrow and get a shot off, killing a probe, which is exactly what ShoWTimE wanted here. So, again, not incredible hits. Pretty good reaction time from ShoWTimE there. I keep saying time in conjunction with ShoWTimE's name, but I guess it kind of makes sense. There's nothing weird about it. This widow mine gets picked up and murdered. The other one's still here. There's no detection available, so that's bad news. Let's see how ShoWTimE's sense of timing is here. Can he do this? If he had an oracle, he could reveal it, but he lost them both. Oh, this hurts so much. Another widow mine. Is it gonna? It's gonna fire on this probe for sure. Ready, set, bam. All right, so you got 2 kills. Not amazing. Not amazing. An observer is being chrono boosted out by ShoWTimE. He's like, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I need to kill these stupid widow mines. And the observer's out, and nothing's going to kill the widow mine because apparently we're distracted by a big army of Kelazhur coming from the top left at the bottom right-hand corner of the map. The Marines have stim, they have combat shield, but no other upgrades yet. +1 attack is, there we go, 15 seconds from completing. Thank you, GameHeart. Thank you, GameHeart interface. That's why I like casting tournament games, because they were played on the GameHeart version of the map. And that's how that works. All right, so Adepts here to fight against Marines and Marauders. Force field comes up, not doing much here. Widow Mines joining in with the rest of the army. Adept gets destroyed. So many Adepts here from ShoWTimE. He's got +1 attack and resonating glaives. Does he have the observer with this army? Can he see these Widow Mines? It'd be nice if he could pick those off. Oh, don't just take a shot. There we go. Observer showed up just after it shot. It was almost like it was part of that balance update that's been proposed, where Widow Mines, once they fire, decloak and they die if there's nothing really around to support them. Robotics Facility and Robotics Bay coming in for ShoWTimE. We're working, looks like we're working towards a 4th base by Kelazhur down this left side of the map. This is a pretty big, scary army of Marines and Marauders and Medivacs, as is tradition through all time. That sound of walking through the water there. Splish, splash, splish, splash, splish, splash. Observer scouts it. Good job by ShoWTimE seeing exactly where this army of Kelazhur's is, coming down the direct middle of the map here. A couple of Adepts trying to sneak on in. Is there a 4th base? Not yet, but there are some supply depots here which indicate that may be a thing later on, but oh, completely undefended SCVs here. There's nothing. Nothing at all. Meanwhile, some force fields keeping Kelazhur from coming up this ramp just a little bit. There are Liberators set up too. Guardian Shield absorbing some of the shots there. Well, not the shots, but some of the damage. And wow, Adept ends up with 3 kills, 4 SCVs killed before a group of Marines and Marauders chase them away. Single Marine comes up to scout the 4th base of ShoWTimE, which is at the gold. Same place Kelazhur's will be at some point, I guess. And both players just kind of dancing around the middle here. Colossus and Disruptor in play. I kind of like this. From ShoWTimE, lot of splash damage against this very bio-heavy army, of Kelazhur's. Phoenix flying around to scout what's going on out here too. Does he have the extended thermal lance upgrade? Where is it? He's not getting extended thermal lance. I am worried about this. But he's a little bit gas starved, sitting at 100. He needs 200 for it, right? Yeah. He does. It's an expensive upgrade for sure. There's the 2. Is he going to get it? Is he distracted by something else? He's actually going for what instead here? Did you just pick another Colossus? He's going Colossus without extended thermal lance. I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, I don't main Protoss, so... I don't know. There it is. Okay, good. Like, what is happening? Adepts wander into the natural base of Kelazhur, going after some of these SCVs. There's enough for the army to clean them out here, too. +2 attack is done. Armor +1 just on the way for Kelazhur. He's kind of lagging behind a little bit with that particular upgrade, but he's doing okay, it would seem. This game, you guys, 3,900 resources lost for Kelazhur compared to 3,000 total for ShoWTimE. 4 base to 3 base. Kelazhur keeps flirting like he's going to throw a 4th base here at the goal, but he hasn't yet. And Adept trying to come in from the top side. Kelazhur realizes where they're coming from. Burrows some Widow Mines. Going to get some nice shots off on these Adepts. Oof. Evaporating most of them, and then the rest are cleaned up very, very easily. Meanwhile, a bit of a doom drop here for Kelazhur inside the main base of ShoWTimE. He's taking down pylons. He's going after these warp gates. Production facilities are nice to kill. For really anybody you're trying to kill, killing their ability to produce more units is always fantastic. Another attack coming into this 4th base of ShoWTimE's, but there is a Colossus here, and there are some Stalkers. Extended Thermal Lance is not done for that Colossus, but I don't know how much it actually matters. Enough to chase Kelazhur away regardless, but Forge is going down. Wow, did he just deny? He might have denied an upgrade there, too. Liberator getting some shots off, trying to stay inside the circle, trying to bait ShoWTimE's units into these Widow Mines, and yes, losing an Adept. Another shot on yet another Adept, and leaving some units behind to die, saving most of them outside. Here is a Kelazhur Zealot. Boosh, dead. Command Center coming up for Kelazhur at his 3rd base. I assume that will be floated over to a 4th base eventually here. What was that? Stalker in the middle of nowhere, I suppose. Widow Mines, a little bit scary here for ShoWTimE. He's got some units that are flying very close to this location. I'm sure he knows where they are, and he's too smart to just directly wander over in that way without any kind of detection. But more Adepts up here. Yeah, he just keeps... DTs. The DTs from ShoWTimE. Sneaking into this 3rd base and doing a lot of damage until the scan cleans them up. With Marines and Marauders. Small group of Marauders inside the middle section of the base getting murdered, and suddenly it's 187 to 171 total supply. ShoWTimE's up about 200 supply. He's up 20 workers, 75 to 56 workers here. 5th base warping in for ShoWTimE before Kelazhur is even able to get his 4th. This is interesting. Fleet Beacon just finishing up here for ShoWTimE. Is he going to go Tempest, or he could afford to go Carrier here off this 5 base economy? No problem whatsoever. Colossus with extended thermal lance. He is double pumping Vikings, is Kelazhur. He's got 5. He's got another one in production here. Is this Widow Mine actually? This Widow Mine's actually firing on stuff. ShoWTimE maybe doesn't know that it's here. Turns out, maybe we don't know that it's here. I don't know what happened here. Stalker's dead for some reason here at the 3rd base of ShoWTimE, but everything's okay otherwise, I think. All right, so finally landing his 4th base at 13.5 minutes, which just seems a little bit late. A little bit late. 8 p.m. for these players, 321 on average for Kelazhur, 291 on average for ShoWTimE. And there we go. Using Purification Nova to kill the Widow Mines. Widow Mine corpse flying into the air, landing before it is dead. A couple of Adepts coming into this 4th base at Kelazhur just landed. Enough Marines and Marauders to make quick work of them for sure. And it is Tempest for ShoWTimE, so that's got to be to deal... What is this? More Adepts in the natural base? He is just non-stop with these Adepts, you guys. The Adept warpings are kind of hurting Kelazhur a little bit. Little tiny bit. Also, giant armies attacking into the 4th base of Kelazhur, hurting him a little bit too. Ay caramba. Coming down from the top side, trying to flank this is Kelazhur and trying to catch those Colossus, but good force fields keeping them away. Vikings getting big time hits though off on these Colossus. That is not what you want to see for ShoWTimE, backing up away from there. Kelazhur decides to back up too. Didn't quite like the engagement angle, and I don't know that I can necessarily blame him. coming on. So many Marines and Marauders. 3 Marauders at a time in production. Again, Marauders better against Colossus just because they take, I mean, not less damage, but they have more hit points to survive the swipes from the Colossus here. Another Adept Shade group sneaking on in. There's really nothing to kill here at the natural. Oh, never mind. These SCVs wandered right in the perfect timing. I don't know who told you to come here, SCVs, but it was a bad life choice. That is absolutely for certain. Marauder Marine trying to deal with this, but it's not enough. It is not enough here for Kelazhur coming out of his barracks to deal with these Adepts. Big time attack. Here are the natural base. Vikings on top of everything. The Colossus are dying very quickly here. Are there enough ground units for ShoWTimE to do this? The Viking count obliterates the Colossus. Tempest are trying to do what they can, but there just aren't enough of them. And Marines and Marauders, there are enough on the ground with +3, +2 to be very, very scary against the remaining Stalkers for ShoWTimE. This is going extremely poorly for ShoWTimE. Kelazhur killing it, killing more of these warp gates. He has killed 7 warp gates thus far in this game. The Vikings are pretty much the direct counter to Tempest, but they don't want to fly over the Stalkers necessarily here. It's a bit of a tight angle for Kelazhur. His medevacs appear to be mostly out of energy, so he does decide to retreat because his third base is also a smoking ruins. There are 2 SCVs remaining. Everywhere the SCVs try to go, the Adepts just continue to murder them. 48 SCVs have been killed so far. 48. That's a lot. That is a lot of the SCV. Liberator, double pumping Liberators off of 2 starports here is Kelazhur. Vikings in the sky trying to chase these Tempests away. Stalkers picking off Vikings. No big deal. And carrier production has begun. First carrier popping out right about now. There it is. Carrier up. Immediately starting that interceptor production because ShoWTimE is good enough for that sort of thing. So his 4th base is up. It's a planetary fortress. He's mining from it, which is good, but he's down 38 to 74 total harvesters. And he is landing a 5th, which is going to help him, but ShoWTimE's 5th is already completely done, and it's a little bit oversaturated even. That is how many bases he has. He's working on his 6th base now, just to the left side of his main, which is excellent news. Here comes a 4 medevac drop from Kelazhur, though. He's got to take out this base. I don't know if he wants to deal. Yeah, he's unloading some units here to take this out while trying to land these medevacs here inside the main. 1 medevac does get picked off. And can these Marauders take down this constructing nexus? The carrier overhead? No, they cannot. Also, Purification Nova getting a nice hit off there on those Marauders. All the medevacs getting destroyed for that drop. There are only 5. The 5 have been killed. There are no medevacs remaining. He's making another one. 4 at a time, actually, is Kelazhur, but no medevacs is not good for your bio army. These guys are already stimmed. There's no recovering that energy unless you happen to have a medevac nearby, which is not the case. I think this might just be ShoWTimE's game to lose right now. He's done such a good job. Such a good job winning engagements. It was real dicey here for a minute at the natural base when Kelazhur was attacking on in, and it seemed like he would get a lot of work done, but he did, just not enough to actually kill ShoWTimE. He was able to rebuff it pretty much by Sim City, right? The Terran Army didn't want to squeeze themselves right through this area. It seems like that's what happened. Kelazhur setting up all of his defenses here at this 5th base location just outside of his main. The Tempests are sieging up. The carriers are sieging up. The Marines, are there enough Marines? How many Vikings remain? 4 Vikings remain, 4 of them at a time being produced. They can get rid of the Tempest and the carriers pretty well, pretty quick, if you have enough Vikings here. But these Stalkers with +3 attack and +3 armor are no joke as an anti-air type thingamajugger here. Anti-air type thingamajugger? That's not a word at all. +3 armor coming in for Kelazhur. I feel like he forgot that a while ago. Decided to pick it up. Oh, the army moves out of position, and he's going to lose his 5th. Vikings in production, dying, flying right over this army. Liberators coming from the south side, setting up circles of doom. Tempests are trying to kill these Liberators and Vikings, but again, the DPS, just the damage attack rate, 2.36 is so slow. It's just incredibly slow. Colossus standing in defender mode circle, not what you want to do. Vikings trying to pick it off from distance. ShoWTimE throwing up Guardian Shield. Showing a lot of good defense here. Interceptors flying over this army with a lot of Marines in it are just dying instantly. Already 6 Interceptors have been killed, and he has 7. So about half of his available Interceptor group was destroyed there. He's not continuing to make carriers. He is going with this Colossus thing, though. Basically double pumping Colossus, even though there are a number of Liberators on the field, and Liberators are a pretty good counter to that unit. So I don't know what that is. Is that another Adept attack? And at the 5th base of Kelazhur, more SCVs have died, you guys. I don't know what's happening. I don't know how 60 SCVs have died in this game, but it's 74 to 39 total harvesters. ShoWTimE coming up with his disruptors with +3 armor. He's got a carrier. This is going to be a giant battle here. Overextending a little bit is one of the Vikings does get killed. Defender mode circles are up. ShoWTimE is well outside of those, and at some point you kind of just have to go for it as Protoss. That is my personal opinion on the matter. Disruptor trying to set up. Is there a place we can... No, doesn't like it. Really doesn't like it. Walking into those circles and can't necessarily blame him. The +1 attack is done for the Liberators. 80 damage per shot when in Concord Cannon. 3 ghosts at a time in production for Kelazhur. So maybe some EMPs will help him here. Storm just about done for ShoWTimE. Does he have any High Templar is the question of the day. And he has 2. Are they with the army? I don't know where they are. A 7th base is on the way for ShoWTimE here at the bottom of the map. He's just keeping Kelazhur crippled is what he's doing. The High Templar trying to join the army, and Marine tries to stop them. Does not go very well at all. So Storm is 2 seconds from completing here. Ghosts. Did they toss down any EMPs? I don't know if they did. It looks like they might have done it here. Kelazhur chasing this army. There we go. That was a big hit on that one. Any storms available? Liberators setting up defender mode circles. Tempest trying to kite back and back and back. Are the High Templar available for Storm? I don't know if they are. They seem to be running away more than anything else. Oh, okay. Maybe they did already throw it down. Or they got EMP. One of the two. Not enough energy. That would explain why they are running from this. Good flank with the Stalkers. Trying to pick off each and every one of those Liberators. Colossus and Disruptors doing terrible, terrible damage to the Marines and Marauders on the ground. The supply is plummeting, and that's a good game. Well played from Kelazhur. Kelazhur is defeated, and ShoWTimE was victorious in 21 minutes and 34 seconds. Kabwah. What a PVT. 29,000 resources lost for Kelazhur compared to 30 and 700 for ShoWTimE. So, yeah, ShoWTimE actually lost more total resources, ended up killing more SCVs, which is good for him. 79 adepts, 23 stalkers lost their lives. That's a lot of resources. 79 adepts is a lot of adepts. Meanwhile, 130 Marines, 68 Marauders, 11 Liberators, 20 Vikings, 5 Medevacs, 17 Widow Mines died. That's a large number of Widow Mines. 6 Colossus 2 also helps with that units lost resources tab to increase. But ShoWTimE, again, just kind of starving Kelazhur out. Kelazhur never had the worker count that he wanted. Yes, he ended up getting a 6 in the bottom left, but it didn't really matter, as the 7th base was already up for ShoWTimE. Any of the army supply, which, why can I only see Colossus here? Whoa. So, that's interesting. So, everyone is this, just the Colossus. And then if I go to Kelazhur, I can see his remaining units and the Colossus. But if I go to ShoWTimE, I can see the Adepts and the remaining units of Kelazhur and the Colossus and these Tempest. That doesn't make any sense. Don't get it. All right, that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe. If you like what you saw and what you heard today, you can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.